Так, пришел поговорить с Матушем и Фрициком, с фашистом нашим. Какая лавочка, а можно ее пнуть? Заткнись. Что угораздило? Ты дебил.
How do you like it at the mill, Fritz? Got to be better than the mines.
It's worse here than at Skalitz. There you could disappear without anyone noticing. But here...
But why would you want to disappear? Nimoy isn't here.
No, he's not. But the local foreman is an even bigger ass.
I'm not sure that's possible.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him?
Что он тебе сделал, скотина?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
Вздуть. Ой, какой же ты дебил. Вздуть надо. Новое шоу Дудя вздуть. Так.
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Mafia gonna see her. But Thomas is the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the play's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing.
Все сказал.
I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it. I still want to... I spoke with him briefly and he doesn't seem so horrible.
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard. And arrogant. You should see how he puffs himself up when he's off to play dice with Lawrence.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Лоуренс или Вавра? Кто такой Вавра теперь?
They call him the Wren. Damned if I know why. Thomas goes there to play dice with him.
Ой, гениальные диалоги от Фрицика. Давай с нормальным человеком поговорить. Давай, что там скажешь?
Jesus, what have you been up to?
Что затеял? Ты что, дебил?
I've heard you don't have it easy here.
So you spoke to Fritz then? I bet that wasn't quite how he put it.
No, not quite. Apart from Thomas's name, the rest was mostly swear words.
I can imagine. I've been hearing the same from him all week. The foreman here is a pain in the ass. He's trying either to wear us to the bone or force us to leave.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
Hey, Henry's coming to see us.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
And the miller won't stick up for you? I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here. At least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working in a mill. But not with him around. It's unbearable. And there's no one I can complain to.
Сходи за нас, все сделай, блядь. Тут все, что ли, такие?
Do you think they'll listen to me?
Когда я
They did
играл
once
за
already,
Терезу,
didn't they? They hired
бабы
us
все...
because of you.
«А, сходи за меня,
You
это
could have
сделай,
another
это
word with
сделай, это
Back
сделай.
then, making
Вообще все
promises was
сделай,
enough.
блядь.
Now, it will be worse.
Индрышу,
You can
вот
forget
этому
about the Miller.
пидору, все сделай,
Thomas you need to
а я
convince.
потом с ним поебусь.
The Miller
Спасибо,
takes his
блядь.
opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine.
I'm glad.
I'll keep that in mind. I'd like to... I'd never have guessed he's like that.
Well, get a job here as a hand and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day? Does he work with you?
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up, which isn't that surprising.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So, he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master, that Nimoy.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit. No chance of that around here. God be with you.
Шел жук. Так. С мельником надо поговорить. Тот дебил. Сока. Ладно. Хоп. Не ожидал.
Jesus
Да.
Christ be praised.
Are you happy with your new workers?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their backs and keep an eye on them.
Really?
Yes, yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes smoothly. But the moment I leave, I hear Thomas yelling at them.
I've heard.
Да, да, да. Ты мудак.
don't know what
А, и
I'd
он
do
мудак.
without
И ты
Thomas.
тоже, Семен, мудак.
He keeps an eye on everything for me now. The mill wouldn't function without him.
Yeah, but Thomas has problems with carpentry.
You're right. You should hear him cursing when he has to turn his hand to it. He knows he'll never be a real miller.
What, just because of that?
No. He's not too skilled at handling the water wheel and the mill run either. He can wield a shovel well enough, but otherwise I have to keep telling him how to do things.
So he's not been foreman too long then?
No. My son used to run the mill, but then his wagon overturned with him inside it. It'll be a year ago now, come spring.
I'm sorry.
Me too, boy. And after Martin was gone, the other workers left and only Thomas stayed. I don't know what I'd do without him.
What happened that day? Wagons don't overturn themselves.
He was transporting new stone blocks for the mill and he had to take a detour. Since the wagon was too heavy for
Как
the
здесь
Ford,
много
it was
диалогов.
after a downpour. The
Ладно.
load must have slipped and the whole wagon fell on him. I pray it was quick.
So he was alone, with no one to help him.
Of course not. Thomas was there
Я
too.
уже минут 10
He
играю,
helped
и
Martin
это
to
все
load the wagon
диалоги.
in Sasau, and both of them set off back.
Just the two of them. No one else was there.
No, they always did it that way. Martin didn't like dragging people where it wasn't necessary, when they could be doing work elsewhere. But if I had been there with them, maybe he'd still be alive. Thomas couldn't pull the wagon off him. He ran for help, but it was already too late.
Колпак у тебя
I'm
модный
sorry.
вообще.
But I'm sure he's in God's kingdom now.
He was a good boy. A
Good
kind soul.
boy. Good boy.
Have you been without carpenters for a while?
A long time. Since winter, it's been just me and Thomas.
Nobody stays around.
No. These days, it's hard to find a man you can rely on. Young lads today are bone-eyed.
Здорово, мужики. Вы про меня болтаете? Нормально все
And
вообще.
how
Ну, я
many have
пойду
actually
поработаю.
worked here?
About half a dozen, maybe more. We always put up with them till the most urgent work was done, then sent them packing.
And what about Jane?
Джейн.
Didn't she have a husband? by
Яна.
now?
Джейн.
What are you trying to say?
A pretty girl like her is ripe for marriage.
With a large dowry because she comes from a mill? Well, she had herself a man once, but he ran away during the winter. He wasn't up to the work either.
And how long did he last?
You know, he was here for a while. But back then my son was a foreman and he was a kindly soul. Too kind. He never threw anyone out.
So everyone started leaving when Thomas took over.
Well, Thomas is a dog on slackers. And just as well. Maybe it's harsh, but that's what you need nowadays. If we don't mill, folk don't eat.
So the moment Thomas became mill foreman, everyone started running off. Not one man could stand it here, even if they had a chance to marry Jane. Don't you think Thomas might be doing it on purpose? Sounds to me like he's after the mill, or your daughter, or both.
That's not like him. He's a good man and straightforward.
Ага, и убил твоего сына, походу.
And Jane,
Don't worry about her. She'll wed whoever I approve of. Even Thomas, if he asks for her hand. At least with him, I know he won't leave the mill.
indeed, why would he once he's got rid of everyone else?
That's enough. I don't know why you're trying to slander Thomas, but I don't mean to listen to it any longer. God be with you.
God be with you.
I
Здорово.
heard what you asked my father. You can't expect help from him. He's none too sharp these days.
Так. Шлюха.
Can you help me?
No. Nobody listens to me. But I wanted to say that Thomas does do it on purpose. He did it the same way before.
Why?
Because he's afraid if someone comes who's more skilled, father will notice and give his job to the newcomer.
And your father lets him? Can't he settle this?
He probably could, but he doesn't want to. My brother was the mill foreman before him, but last year a wagon overturned on him, broke his back. It broke my father too. And Thomas was here the longest. He was always close to my brother, so father chose him as the mill foreman.
What happened to your brother?
And what does that have to do with this?
I don't know. You mentioned it, so I was just wondering.
There's not much to
Женщина, вам
tell.
бы к парикмахеру, я не
A
знаю.
stone block that was loaded wrong, slippery ground after rain, and when the wagon overturned on him,
Да
there
и
was no
голову
one around
помыть.
to help.
Блять, у вас солома в голове вообще, женщина, вы
Surely you
понимаете?
wasn't alone.
No,
Вы ходите
Thomas
с
with him.
соломой в
but Thomas
голове.
couldn't lift the wagon off him, and by the time he found help, it was too late. And as if that wasn't bad enough, someone robbed my brother while Thomas was
Похоже на
looking for
сумасшедшую кошатницу.
Someone robbed him after he was dead.
help. I don't know, but they took a mottled scarf which I gave him as a keepsake. He laughed when I gave it to him. He said it would make him look like a fop, but he still wore it all the time. And someone must have thought it was worth stealing.
But who'd steal a scarf?
Why are you asking me? When they brought him back here, he didn't have it. That's all I know.
I'm sorry about what happened to him.
Me too. But it was his own fault. If he'd brought more people with him, he'd still be alive.
Он был,
He was
слишком
too-
был добр. А можно было, блять,
He was
без
too
этой
kind
херни?
for his own good.
And Thomas doesn't listen to anyone. Can't you persuade him?
No. He keeps looking my way and tries to be nice, but he doesn't care what I've got to say. When I tell him something, it goes in one ear and out the other.
And this probably won't end well. I understand.
Хорошо. О, и скоро уровень получу. Так, пойду-ка я посплю. Заодно сохранюсь. Поговорил нормально. Заткнись. Лошадь, блин, стала тут. А где я живу? Вообще, где я сплю? Скрыть замок. Не надо мне скрыть замок. Здесь я сплю? Не здесь. Ой. Так, женщина. Поговорить.
God be with you.
Ой, ёб твою.
Is this a
Certainly. For how long?
На одну
just the one
ночь.
night?
No problem.
Заплатить.
You've got it all.
Закончить нахер. Сколько у меня сытости пищи есть? О, копченая колбаска. О. Сохранить и заснуть. На 1 часок. Так. Точно. Дожду-ка я вечера. Поспать надо. Он же там к какому-то мужику ходит. Ну, играть. Та-да-та-да-та. О, вон оно как. Я что-то тупил. Тут же можно все сохранить тогда. У меня что? Мне может что-то есть не нужно? О, у меня кинжал один лишний. Так. Это... А. Так, у него должен быть шарф. Как бы мне это... Блин, может он где-то живет. Надо за ним проследить. Он должен сейчас домой пойти. Или куда там еще. Ой, дождь еще. Собака, иди нахер. Так, это что-то тут работают. А где он? О! Грязный шарф. Ну, игральная кость Святой Троицы. Ну-ка, возьму. Ладно. Ключ от двери, ключ от сундука. Пара-па-парам. Приуныл, чувак, вообще. Че это такое взял? Шулерская кость. Сука, шулер херов. Так, а где баба? Я бабе хочу отдать. Она же мне принесла. Так, баба. А. Пойду посплю. О, блин. Мужик нормально встал, такой, да, что-то как-то мне было не весело. Сейчас я в грязи повалялся, нормально все было. Так. Где эта хрень? Нет. А, блин, это... Шулерская кость. Переместить. Чуть-чуть. Жесть. Надеюсь, проканает. Хочу вот выполнить этот квест. Что-то я же немножечко... Глаза сегодня подустали за весь день. О, женщина. Здравствуйте. Молодец, пей. Вот это вот все так медленно такое, неспешное в этой игре. Так чуть-чуть иногда надоедает. Я, конечно, понимаю, что ожидание это ожидание, но прям совсем медленно. Вот особенно вот этот час последний. Такой прям говорит, ну ты скотина, ждешь, да? Надо было вообще не ждать, надо было бегать, блядь. Ты охуел тут ждать? Жалко, на работе такая хрень не прокатывает. Так. Так. Пища. Точно. Ух ты. Женщина.
Like this just a while ago.
Да-да-да-да-да. Ты там кому-то...
Greetings.
Да-да-да-да-да. На-на-на.
May the Lord watch over.
Пища. Спасибо. Так. Где это Яна? Джейн! Мэри Джейн! Я человек. Поток! Подок? О, девушка Яна. Девушка Солома. Девушка...
What happened to you?
Да ничего со мной не случилось. Я тебя
Good
раз...
morning.
You're probably interested in what Thomas was hiding, aren't you?
I certainly am interested, especially in how you came to know.
I saw it as it fell out of his pouch, and
Show it to me.
isn't this your brother's scarf?
That's it. Where did you get it?
Я ж, блядь, тебе
As I
сказал.
said, Thomas had it.
He did? And what did he have to say about that?
Nothing. I came straight to you.
Oh. I suppose I'll have to decide what to do about it. But I'm grateful you brought this. And maybe... Never mind.
What is it?
I was thinking you could go to him and tell him I have the scarf. But I think I'll handle it another way.
As you wish. I'll go then.
Goodbye.
Не понял, а чё? О-о-о-о-о-о! Разборки. Это, блядь. Что? Не мандыся. Вот это разборище. И все? Ну, хер с ним. Гениально вообще. Мужик, ты расстроился, что ли? Нет, ну это было сильно. Такая достала. Вот платочек. Аленький. Ой, фрицик, ну хера. Поговорите с матушкой, да? Поговорите.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
Да ты задолбал, что не так-то?
Problem solved. He won't bother you again.
Really? How'd you pull it off?
I found out he has a soft spot, and I gave it a good poke.
I'd love to know what you found out about him.
It doesn't matter. But it was enough for him to pack his things and disappear.
Jesus, it must have been something terrible. So he's really gone?
Yes. Now it's just you, so try not to misbehave.
You know us. We'd never do that. Thank you kindly, Henry. We owe you again. Here, it's not much, but it's all we have. See you later.
Получен новый уровень кармана 175. Репутация повышилась, так получен новый. Настоящие друзья выполнено. А до этого, блин, что было, непонятно. Главное, выполнил и выполнил. Так, все. Остались занятия. Вор видит издалека. Играй богатых, отдавай таким же богатым. А это потом. Вот это еще надо. Ну, все, в принципе. А можешь с тобой поговорить?
Good day to you. Farewell.
Так, вонючка это потом. Так, ну все. На этом, пожалуй, я закончу. В принципе, я там сохранился. Херню сделал. Тут ничего сложного не будет, если что. Тем более перед выходом еще сохранюсь. Ну все. Это было гениально. Сколько у меня теперь денег? 2,7К. Ну я вообще богат. Богат, довольно-таки богат. Ладно, на этом. В следующий раз. Что в следующий раз буду делать? Пир для нищих попробую сделать. Это я не сделаю пока. И вот это может быть. Или вот это. Ну, короче, что-то вот из этих трех сделаю. Посмотрю, что еще, кстати, здесь можно. Вот, кстати, какое-то задание. Может быть, еще кто-то что-то скажет. Поэтому до следующего раза. Пока!
Henry, I'm glad you came.